Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Cast or Curse, episode 9. We're
9.
getting up there. We've been
Almost double digits.
plugging away.
Almost
I
there.
know it's been good stuff, but I mean, if you guys have been keeping up, we thought this episode maybe wasn't gonna have too much to talk about, and then in the last 2 days, 900 things happened. So
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
it went from like not that much to talk about to
Hey, well,
a
it's a
very
lot.
full episode.
Yeah.
So lots of exciting stuff to get to. I am Nurse as always, and I am joined by the fabulous Zeke. How are you
Hi,
doing?
everybody. Welcome back. And for any of our new listeners, welcome. This is gonna be good fun. We got a couple good topics for today. Um, Notably, we're gonna talk a little bit about the RCS online experience for Rivals 2. We're gonna talk a little bit about Evo. We're gonna talk about uh, what's it called? The new teaser the Rivals team put out and what the multiple things it could mean. And we're going to talk a little about 2XKO and Tokon, Marvel Tokon. Should be a good time.
I'm excited. I'm
Me too.
excited.
Me too.
We're coming up on the like summer of Rivals 2, where we go like
Yes.
Evo, Supernova, Collision,
Yep.
and then like Port. It's gonna
Oh my
be
god, yeah. No, we're like it's actually just like tournament, little short little break, tournament, short little break, tournament, and it's just like, oh god, it's almost here, and then it just doesn't end for months. But I'm
it's gonna
really
be
excited.
fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna
Yes.
see the position on like the leaderboard and the points and everything like
Oh,
that
yeah.
heavily shift around.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a really good time. Seeing how, especially with the RCS Online finally wrapping up and more of the leaderboard kind of being fleshed out. There's uh, a lot of opportunity to be had still. There's a long season, and there are a lot of good people going to Evo, especially, and that's the big one that everybody wants. Besides just the points and the money, it's the I get to be the Evo champion buff is
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
I think if you're a points Andy, Evo's probably the tournament you don't want to go to.
No, not at all. Not at
um,
all.
but there is something about the allure of being like an Evo champion that makes the
Mm-hmm.
tournament prestigious in its own right. So I'm
Absolutely.
very excited for Evo coming up. Very excited for Supernova, and I think we can just hop right into it because, like I
Yeah.
said, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, do you want to talk about? We could go over the EU RCS that just happened real quick. We could just kind of show that off. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so the big thing that happened is Europe had their first online RCS, and huge shout outs to one of my lovely students, Nalax, actually winning it and winning it over Caitlin, who is a very strong player who does not, notably, does not enter a lot. Very, very
yeah. I
powerful
was
player.
I was looking at this, and from what I had heard about Europe, it was that like Caitlyn, Zanotti, and Dia were kind of like the favorites. So I was surprised to see someone kind of take it over them.
Yeah, Nalax notoriously, as of late, has had like really, really close sets and has gotten, first tier or a second, a third, like has kept it pretty close and really competitive with them. But definitely a lot of people were sleeping and my boy did it and I'm so proud of him and I'm really excited because he's gonna be coming to Supernova, I believe, alongside
Oh,
Dia.
very cool.
Yeah. So that'll be really fun to see how he does over here. Um, but huge shout outs to everyone who entered that. I heard the event was ran super smoothly. It seemed like everyone had a good time. They had 124 entrants, which is really cool for an EU
That's
event like that.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
I hope they continue. I think they already have another one scheduled, but I know that their RCS season fully launched, like we talked about briefly last time, I think. Um,
Yeah, they announced the RCS season there. I
yeah,
believe UFA is one of the official
I
events
think that's right. Yeah.
that is coming up, and then they have a couple online qualifiers and a couple
Yeah.
other here and there. I think it's always fun to see like crossover between talent,
Yes.
especially because like obviously Mr. R comes over and is now like living in Mexico and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So there's the crossover there, but we don't actually see a bunch of EU talent, right?
It's interesting that from having spoken to Nalex about it, some of the melee players are starting to play it a little bit more. So there is definitely
That's
an
what I've
opportunity to
heard.
see more of that.
Mm.
I know it's a handful of like PM and rivals players as well as some new players that are like picking up the sticks and doing really well there, which is really cool. But like Caitlyn is an example of someone who has been very good at many different platform fighters. So her
Yeah.
really holding down the fort as one of the best players there is not to anyone's surprise, but very excited to see how the season kind of pans out as time passes. So good stuff to everyone with that. And shout outs to I will say the production quality of it was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching it. The bit that I got to. So that was really, really fun. And yeah, that was a good time. Now we can talk about the chaos of the H box, the second Team Liquid RCS Online, which was also a really cool tournament and insanely stacked. Had
Yeah.
668 entrants. Let's pull up this
And
bracket here, but go
I
ahead.
believe half roughly of those signed up in the last day.
That's right, because he made a post about getting the skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, I want the skin," and yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one. Holy moly! Um, so many amazing and insane sets happened that I cannot begin to cover all of them.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think we can go over a couple of the runs that were super notable, and I think
yes,
there were two themes in this tournament that kind of felt like one, the like redemption of Olympia, and then two, the
yep,
absolute takeover of Daedalus.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, with Daedalus, one of the big things that happened was early on in top 64, the first round, Fullstream actually got upset by PK. And to be specific for our audience, that is PKAY. They are the one who beat Asashi at Genesis, the Crag player.
The Cragler.
Absolutely creature behavior player. So
Yeah.
talented and very excited to see more of them in the near future. They've been really grinding a lot. So huge shouts to that. But there are so many random wins that I just want to like gloss over. Like ZB beat Remrin finally. 2-0. Didn't he
Yeah.
actually got to top 8?
Simple.
He got to top 8 beating Remrin, PK, and Human Lime and didn't drop a game. And Human Lime was also notoriously playing Orcane.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, ZB, this tournament, can I just talk?
yeah,
Because I casted all of top 8.
yeah.
Watching ZV play is so fucking funny. It is
I love Zach.
so funny.
I love Zach so much.
He ran a bit against, I think it was against Stango,
Yep.
where he spot dodged twice and then just started letting him rip.
Yep.
I was like, he's just fully running a bit. He just thinks
I
it's
love it.
funny.
He knows. He just knows when he's the best player in the room sometimes. And that day, he might have been the best player in the room. It was possible.
And
It was
then
very
like
possible.
constantly, he would just roll to the ledge and then just hang out at the ledge.
It's a pretty good
It's
spot
like,
to be, especially
you're
as Crag. You know, who
actually
would have
just a
thought, right?
goober, man. You're
Yep.
just a goober.
Yep.
And eventually, like, it took Ron heavily punishing that for him to
Yeah.
stop. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely can't believe how many people that worked against.
It's the magic. It's the ZB
truly
magic.
incredible watching
know,
him run to the ledge
yeah.
and just chill under the platform by the ledge.
You know, no one does it like him. You know, it's a lovely experience when everybody gets it. We all take turns getting ZB'd. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And this was
Well,
a
and then
day
Ron,
where he was on. He was on. And it was
he
probably
was
some of the
locked
best
in
he's
about
played
it.
in a very long time. It really
It
clicked for
looked
him.
good, right?
Yeah.
His advantage state was super
Oh,
strong. He
yeah.
was finding reversals left and right.
Yeah.
I
Even
think the
his neutral
problem
was clean.
became when Ron started optimally punishing him for being in the
Yeah.
corner,
Mm-hmm.
and he died 4 times to an
Yeah.
up throw at 60%.
I mean, that's the
To
wrong
just a
gunshoe
true
diff.
combo.
Yep. Yep.
Well, but it's not even the wrong gun shoe, right? Like, if you had
But
one,
yes.
not been in the corner,
Yes.
and two, not DI'd out on up throw, none of those kills would have happened. But it did
Happens,
happen
right?
4
It
times.
sure did. It sure did. Some other big things that happened. Cake Assault lost early and ended up dropping out. I believe he was actually playing like remotely from like not home. He was like on a trip, so not surprised by that. But it is what it is. You know, he showed up and tried to see how far he could go, and then was like, "Yeah, I'm
Gave
good.
it an honest
I'm good. I
shot.
don't want to do this."
Yeah.
But you know, speaking of the Edalist players, you know, Pikmon,
Jesus
Adam,
Christ.
and Animal all showed up at this event and got so many crazy wins.
Absolute buffoonery.
The funniest part is that it started out with Adam and Pikmon playing each other in top 64 and it going like super close and Pikmon being like if I remember correctly, he said something along the lines of, "That is the most undeserved win of my life." Um,
Yeah.
and I will also want to remind everybody that this was best of 3 until top 8, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I don't particularly love, but it is what it is. So a lot of scary sets were happening of like, oh my god, it's a game 3. Here we go. But that was a really big one because it sent Adam into losers and proceeded to have one of the longest runs of all time, where he beats Barking Frog, Ham Polo, BioBurb, Elkies, and Zeus the Goose, who in winners lost to Stango game 3 to the Olympia.
Zeus, well, I mean, first of all, Zeus should not have lost to the Olympia.
Don't hate. It worked.
I know. I more mean like Stango made like a crazy play to win
Yep.
the set.
Yep.
And I think if you run that back, it probably doesn't end up happening again.
Best of 3.
But yeah, Zeus decided to try out the Zetterburn, which was a choice.
Yeah. This event was very much like, it was preparing for Evo. That's the tournament that mattered more. So he was willing to try and get more data. As we've been seeing him try out some other characters and just get some finalizing, some feelings on that. Me and him have talked about that a little bit, but tried it out, is a no-go. And you know what? Now we know.
And I mean, I feel like you've seen ZB beat these Edalises so many times. It always happens in game 5, but he always wins it. So
well, you didn't get to see the Adam and ZB set, right? Because it was off stream. It was off stream. You didn't get to see it. I watched the screen share of it in a Discord, so nobody else got to see it unless they were watching my stream.
Okay.
It was the most tragic game 5 on Harbor, where it was like Adam had the kill, dropped it, ZB hit him at like 30, and proceeded to just do the most insane advantage state across all of Harbor and kill him in like the funniest way possible. And it was just like, yep, it is what it is, and that's okay, you know? And even like it was a very winnable set for Adam, but ZB definitely locked in right at the end there, and holy moly, what a creature.
It's so funny. I thought that was on stream.
Nope.
I feel like I remember seeing this.
Nope, you probably saw Animal versus Adam.
I did watch Animal versus Adam.
Adam
for
versus
sure.
ZB was not on stream. I watched as far as I know, it wasn't.
Interesting. Yeah, that shit was crazy though.
Yeah.
Even Animal versus Adam was just nonsense.
Animal's a killer.
Every bit of that was crazy.
Yeah, Animal also went on a bit of run because he lost to Ion in that first round, and proceeded to beat Dakpo, Tim Tempor, Max Toothbrush, Sandstorm, and then also beat Pikmon to get into top 8.
And then Pikmon, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is so funny. Like, so genuinely. Everything about both of those runs was just hilarious. Like, it really just feels like Advantage State Machine go burr. And every time you get hit with up air, you might just die.
You should die. That's what it is, yeah. Yeah,
well,
it's one of those things.
I talked about this on the cast.
Yeah.
Especially when they were playing each other.
Yeah.
And it really feels like whoever gets reversaled the least wins.
Yeah, I mean, the whole
thing is
like, you can't give him an inch. You just can't give him an inch.
No, because like you have to go off stage to use like the fucked up advantage state to get the early stocks, but you cannot get reversaled. Yeah. If you miss, you are fucked. Yep. Like you will die.
You will just die. Yep.
So it really felt like, especially when watching Adam versus Animal, the person who won games was just whoever didn't get reversaled more.
Yep,
there were so many instances of it. It was very funny.
By far my least favorite matchup of all time, or Ditto, I guess specifically, is what it is, because it's just don't do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and as long as you don't do it, you're fine. But the moment
you're all good,
you get that little whiff of like, but what if I hit? Nah, you're dead. You're fucking
you're
dead.
Greedy.
You're idiot. Greedy. Why would you ever do something different?
Yeah.
I've played many sets of that with Adam and many other Edalus players, and I'm just so not into it. But it was really fun watching them play, I will say. And Animal, huge shout out to him. He just won Fusion this past Monday, this week, and beat Billy Bats.
Billy Bats.
Beat Billy Bats. Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was awesome. He's so good. He is so good, and it's like it's just clean. He's got clean play, and we have a bit of a running bit right now where for those that don't know, Animal is a very much long-standing melee player. He was one of the OG Fox players back in the day. To this day, he is still doing back throw shine. He is just back throwing his Edalus, jumping off, and looking for that shine. It's the same thing all these years later. He can't escape it.
Beautiful.
I love it. It goes to show like that thing that clicked for him, and I had the pleasure of talking to him about it too, where he was like, he was playing this game for a little bit. He was playing Zetter, obviously, and he was having fun. But he was like, when Edalus came out, it just clicked. He's like, this character was made for
it was
me.
different.
It was made for him, and he is having such a good time playing this game. It has been a pleasure seeing him improve, genuinely, because he's just gonna get better. Like, that's the crazy part. Where even though he got knocked out by Adam, and I'll pull up the top 8 here. Our top 8 for this was ZB Bbats, Rungunshu Stango, Ion Remrin, and Animal Adam, and it was some crazy work. This whole top 8 was, I can say it, like, one of the best. I think it was really
awesome.
cool. Like, every set we got to see was battles. It was fucking battles. Like people, any of you that look at this and see Rungunshu 3-0'd Stango, that was a 3-0, but it was close. Every game, it was beautiful.
Every
play.
game was fucking close.
It was insane. It was insane, and I can't wait for the next time they play. Like, it was.
I want to shout out as well. I think this was the first time we've seen Stango do the Olympia Crag dual main kind of thing, and have find some success with it.
Breaker.
Did he fully?
No, wait. I don't remember.
Or was he still playing Zetterburn?
I don't actually remember.
Because he didn't play any Zetterburn this tournament.
Yeah, I actually don't remember. But yeah, no,
I think
he didn't play any Zetterburn.
It's the first time I remember at the least that we saw 0 Zetterburn and just the Olympia Crag coming through. So shout out to him for making a run.
He's been grinding the Olympia, I can tell you that. Like, really, really grinding it. So it was really, like, you could see it. He was hitting some stuff. He had game plans. He had setups and traps and everything, and especially in that Zeus set, you could see the confidence he had.
There was something there, and I think also big shout out to Remrin, who's becoming a mainstay in these top 8s after going on quite a run at Gommel. She's making it happen. Absolutely.
Yeah, huge respect to her. She's another really, really, like, grinder. She's big Dubs head, hanging out with Torna and the like.
Yeah, she does love doubles for some reason.
I know she loves her Dead by Daylight, but she's locking in for Rivals finally.
Yeah, and then finally, I feel like we got to shout out Billy Bats for
winning,
and not only that, but winning 2 very close sets where every game he lost was not close, and every game he won was
close. Yep,
and somehow ended up coming on top.
Getting to beat Rungunshu twice, and the big thing I can tell you is, like, they play almost every day, if not every day, like at least one session, and it's like, it's scary. It's scary stuff, and that was one of those things, like, you put a gun to my head, I could not tell you who would win for this set. I could not tell you. Holy moly.
It was chaotic.
I was entranced watching this top 8. There were just so many moments where I was like, this is some of the best play I've ever seen, and I was like, I just shut up and watched. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Billy hit Ron in game 10 with up tilt, up air, like double float up air at 20 into falling back air, double jump back air, and it killed. I'm like, what the fuck is this combo?
Yeah. And you know how hard that shit is to do? Really hard.
It's not easy.
It's really hard. And it goes to show, like,
I was like, that's new.
Yeah, I can tell you, I've seen him hit the double up air stuff. That's something that he's been adding to his play over these past few months. And God, every time he hits it, I go, damn. That's so good. I would never hit that. Like,
I'd never seen it before.
It's so good.
He did it once, and I was like, where did this come from?
He is continuing to evolve the punish game for that character, and I have so much respect for it, genuinely. Because it's not just the same easy bait combo over and over where we see with a lot of other characters that it kind of gets simplified to that. It's like he is really starting to, like, find these kills earlier and earlier and in more creative ways, and then implementing like the different routes into each other. Like, it is, I really respect Billy a lot as a competitor, because it's not just showing up and playing. He's really elevating, like, the character in the game, genuinely.
I think the other aspect of it is whenever someone gets clipped with fair off stage, they just fucking die.
Well, okay, let's be fair. A lot of people are not super good about dealing with that scenario. I
A lot
I
of people,
distinctly remember a
everyone
very
died.
bad Rangunshu air dodge that happened. And a
Everyone
lot of people,
died.
and if Rangunshu is air dodging there, we're all scared in that moment. And we all got to work on
Yeah.
that. But you got to not
All
do
I
that air
know, all
dodge.
I know, I watched all the sets that
Uh-huh.
Billy played in Fall Free that were on stream.
Yes.
Over 75% of the time, if he hit you with a fair off stage and you were above 60%, you died.
Yeah, but like, yeah. Why'd you get hit by it? Why
I,
did you
I,
SDI through
I
it?
don't know what to tell you. It was just it kept happening.
Yeah, no,
I don't know why
it's a
they
scary thing. Like that move off
they don't pay me
stage
the.
when it actually like fully confirms, you're in a very bad position because that's like one of the
Even
only
when it
places where that
doesn't, it
move.
puts you below him.
Well, it can, right? Because it depends on how they drift and how you drift and
Yeah,
SCI. Like, there's a lot of variables to that, right? But like the big thing is like forward air is a move that like as they've nerfed it more and more, right? You know, that's what it used to do on stage. Now it only does that off stage, and so they have to like create that scenario. And like once they hit it, it's like, damn, this sucks. Like
sucks.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
die. Yeah.
yeah,
Whew. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
yeah,
But you're absolutely right. It is interesting like seeing how they're really like implementing different parts of the kit in creative ways, and really capitalizing on those advantage states. It's intimidating
yeah.
to deal with.
Well, and like you said, like maybe there's a way out of it.
Yeah,
People haven't
they
found it.
haven't found it
So,
yet. Yeah, it's a
so
very like it's a very high variance interaction. That's what makes it scary, right? Because there's depending on the drift and the DI and the which part of it you get hit
yeah.
on and how many hits of it, and there's so much where you're like, oh please God no. Like
And
I
then he
sure
just
do hope
nares
this
you, and
move
you're like,
doesn't
"Oh,
work.
good, my bad."
Yeah, you get
Like,
hit by it and then they nair you and then that's it. Yep, exactly. But yeah,
yeah,
huge shout outs to Billy finally getting like that really big win. You know, he was close to combo
deserved for
breaker.
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
got that win on
deserved.
cake but couldn't close out the tournament and did it here. And again, this top 8 was real stacked. There were a lot of killers. And people that are experienced against him and his character. You know, both ZB and Rangunshu not able to hold down the fort, but even then, like the ZB set, like he took a game, and it was a really dominant win on that game, if I remember correctly too. Like Billy did a really good job, like you said, of like losing a game, and even if it was bad, bringing it back and finding the win in
Yeah,
the next
all
one.
good.
Yep, it was good stuff.
And definitely a nice time to be getting those sweet points.
Oh
I
yeah,
think, like a top 2 finish at combo breaker in the first place. He's probably in
yeah.
the top 3
I
points
believe
wise at
he's in
this
top three,
point, or at
top
least
four.
very
Yeah,
close.
yeah. It's
Top 3,
really
top
cool to
4.
see. Yeah. Yeah, but huge respect to them and everyone who entered. And I will say too, like big respect to Stango because he's notoriously not had a good time in online tournaments. But he finally locked it in and got a top 8 online for the first
He was
time since like.
complaining the whole time
Oh
too.
yeah, he
It
does
was
that. Yeah, that's the Stango. That people say the combos the Stango. No, the Stango is complaining at all times that he's
yeah,
physically capable of doing it.
yeah. Literally every minute of this tournament,
Yes.
Sango had something to say.
I love him. I love him so much. But yeah, it was really really cool to see, and huge respect to all the competitors and stuff. You know, again we got Ion back in top 8. We haven't seen him. He got 9th last time I
Yeah.
believe. Was able to close it in, but notoriously a lot of people who didn't make it. You know, Switch, Sandstorm getting gate kept again from top 8. Sophie did not make it as well. Handful of those like.
Yeah,
Big.
Sophie and Zeus both
Yep,
missed
and
out on
Zeus,
it.
of course, most notably, did not. He got 9th as well, and it. Really goes to show how good everyone is getting at this game, and how locked in everyone is for Evo. Like that's what it is. It's no more fucking around hours, is what it is, and I love
And
it so much.
it definitely feels like Edlis has introduced some like variance into the game that didn't exist before.
I
And
will
you
say,
can tell me if you agree with this or
yeah,
not,
I'll
but
tell you what it is. There is a very specific way that you need to play against Idolist, and there are very specific rules you need to follow. You know, I talked about it before, um, and like a really great example, I would just give one. Is like if you are in the corner and they are presenting dash attack and forward air, you can't get hit by them. And if you do,
yeah,
you
both of those
have
are a
to
no-go.
attack it. Because if you don't, or back air, you get hit by any of them, you're going to lose your stock in 7 different ways, and you do not get to choose which one it is unless you decide to magically DI the one way that they magically miss. And it's like the biggest example of this is there are a lot of characters that like you get hit by dash attack at 60 And even if you floor hug, if you slip off, he can still combo you. And if you miss the floor
Mm-hmm.
hug, it just true combos into up air. And that's it. You just die. And it's like a lot of hard rules like that are, I'm gonna choose the word exhausting, where it's like a perpetual, like I always have to play around this thing. It's hard. And I'm not gonna minimize that in any way. It is one of the hardest matchups to fight because there's no trick. There's no this goes away. It's like dash attack always works pretty much. It's always going to
Well,
be positive when it hits you.
and we even saw stuff like I think Animal hit Adam with like a dash attack at like 100 and then just jumped,
Yep.
followed him off stage and
Yep.
just true up aired
Yep. The
pretty low.
scary
Just because
one.
he was in hit stun the whole time. It was just
Yeah.
dash attack up air.
The scary one, and Animal does this, and I've had the pleasure of playing him, and he's really shown me how good he is at this specifically. Is he'll hit a dash attack on you at like a low mid% at the ledge, and if there's ice, he'll immediately like wave dash forward out of it to get the momentum, um, and then just like fall and falling up air and grab you like
No, that's
with
what I
you.
mean. Like it's
Oh
actually fucking
yeah,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, like if you're a fast faller, you're a floaty, you're whatever, you're gonna get comboed into something, and it's tough. And I think that this character has finally reached the point where, bluntly, the players of those characters have built their confidence in their game plans and their advantage states and things like that. You know, where before it was really like, people were talking about Pikmon and people were talking about Adam and stuff like that, but it was really just full stream, and it was like his playstyle is very conservative, I guess is the word to pick, where it's very simple in that way. Very forward air focused, very much like trying to just create a tech chase, little things like that, and like simplified edge guards, adjacent to something like Animal in that way. But then you see like Adam hitting these crazy like dash back air true combos into down strong at 60 and killing people, and you're like, oh, oh
You could have
no,
just been
like
doing that the whole time.
we could have
Like,
just been doing that. That's crazy. And
yeah,
it's like, you know,
interesting.
it's it's beautiful to see a character develop, but it's getting close where he's scary. It's really what it is, and he's scary.
I think it's one of those things. It it feels like a little bit like Smash 4 Luigi, if this makes sense. You know what I mean? Can you get behind me on this analogy?
I
Where like
I
that's what
hope
it feels
Mateus
like
is
playing
not
against them.
watching my stream because every time he opens my stream, shoutouts to Mateus the locks it on. He will come in, and if an Edalus is on screen, he will go, "It's Ultimate Luigi. You just die when he hits
It's
you."
not even old. It's Smash 4 Luigi.
Yeah,
It's
no, but it's
worse.
like that's literally he just hits you and you just die. And it's like
Because
I
it's
think it's
like,
very adjacent to Smash 4 where there are these like crazy confirms and it's there's just so many of them and it's almost like you can get like decision fatigued. But like
well, and then like you're thinking about all of them, you're thinking about all of them, and then all of a sudden you get Cyclone Gimped, and you're like, oh fuck you,
yeah,
man. And
yeah,
then it's like,
yeah.
yeah, I think it feels like that one just because there's a bunch of like knowledge checks
There
in
are
regards to
so many
fighting the
knowledge
character.
checks. Holy shit, you're so
But I
right.
think as well, it is one of those things where if you have one in your path and you're not confident in the matchup,
You'll get caught.
you can lose to anyone.
Yeah,
You really
I
can.
agree.
And I don't think there's any other character in the game that does it as hard as Edalus
I
does
feel
right
like it's
now.
him and Crag. I think it's him and Crag.
Craig's up there too, but
Yeah.
even I think Craig is more forgiving than Edalus.
I think it goes to show when I think a really good example of this and someone who we're seeing like experience actually both of these characters and getting knowledge checked is Sandstorm, who played the game a little bit, took some time off, and recently has started like really playing the game like seriously now. At Gommel got upset. I think it was by Bob got him, or one of them or Bullets. It was one of them. I forget which one. Um,
It was
and then
bullets.
and then this past week, oh thank you. He went to his local, the Yoda Uncaged, and he lost to MSB, the Crag,
Awesome.
at 3-0. He got caught, and
Yeah,
literally like
got him.
literally was like, he told me he's like, yeah, there are a lot of things I didn't know, I just didn't know, and it was like there are these characters that have these like crazy impact on like the way or like the things you can and can't do, like your own agency. And if you break those
Yeah.
rules, you just die. You just die. Like that's it. There's nothing
Yeah.
left. You lose your
And I mean,
sauce.
I think Olympia is extra susceptible
Yes.
to those two characters in particular. And again, this is not to say Olympia is bad,
Yeah, you're not allowed
but
to say that anymore.
compared to like Rano or even Clarend, where you kind of can like put
Yeah.
up a wall, you have needle, you have a disjoint. You get to
Yeah.
interact with those characters at a bit of like a distance.
Okay,
To
well,
be like,
okay, wait. Now,
okay,
now
I
you've
can,
lost me because we're just throwing gem. I don't know what you're talking about. I think we
but
should
you
talk
you
about
do
her
throw
recovery.
gem,
Let's go
but
back to that.
like you do throw gem a lot in those matchups, but Edelus just dash attacks and the gem stops. Or
Yeah, but
like
like,
Craig throws a rock and the gem just stops.
then nothing happens.
No, you get hit with dash attack.
No, okay, well then you're not using gem right.
No, but like you know, like it's not so
Well, that's
simple.
not the needle has the same thing. That's the same
Yeah, you
thing.
just jump into the needle, and it's just.
Wait. What are you talking about? The dash shot goes through the needle. We're talking about the same exact thing.
I know, but if you jump, you don't get hit by
I,
it.
I, I guess sure.
You- Get behind me on this at least a little. And Rano has back hair.
You had me. Yeah, there you go. That's better. See, that's better.
Rano
Yeah,
has back
yeah.
hair.
There you go. Now we're back on track. But yeah, no. I
Whereas
think it's
like
just one of those things.
Olympia has
I think
to interact with them more than the other
I think
characters
what
do.
it really is like she is just way easier to combo than everybody else. Like in the game, it is just her weight and fall speed. And so these characters that are so punish game pilled, Crag hits cargoes you're going to take 70 or die. Like it's
Yeah,
going to happen.
100%.
And if Daedalus hits you with a dash attack at 40 and you don't floor hug it, you're going to get comboed off stage and you have no agency over that. Like it's just like you have to avoid those things happening or you're just going to lose your stock. And
Yeah.
and that's hard. And that's again, it's like, I mentioned earlier, it's just like it's exhausting because you have to be on top of that at all times. It has to be so high on your mental stack. Because it's so punishing when something like that hits you. Or even just getting up aired by Crag alone. Like that will you're just in the dimension now.
I think what I'm trying to say is I'm not surprised that both of them are popular and doing well.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Very much agree with that. Yeah. But no, I wanna kind of segue, from the results again. Huge shout outs to Billy for finally getting that win and everyone else who got so many upsets and did really well in this online event because it was a tough one. I do want to talk a little bit about the elephant in the room with this event, and I want to preface with this. I know this event was locked in early and all that stuff, and what I want to do for the next 5-10 minutes is give very concrete feedback on the lessons we need to learn from these past two tournaments. Number one, Reg needs to be closed sooner, and advertising about the event needs to be done a little bit more publicly and louder. Because so many people didn't even know the tournament was happening, and not just random people, but real players were constantly having to ask me when the tournament was. The communication line from it should be in game all the time, and they need to be talking about it once a week, things like that. I really want to see the tournament being constantly talked about more. Because it's a tournament for everybody. That's the whole idea that they're trying to do. They're trying to juice up the numbers and get everyone pumped. And that's awesome. And I'm so down for that. As someone who runs the Zeke League, I'm so down to just get everybody to come play a tournament. And it's really fun. But when everybody signs up last minute the day before and we have to see a tournament like that, it's horrific. And thankfully it wasn't too bad this time.
And the seating was better than the first one.
It was definitely better, and huge shoutouts to Menace on that. But it's not fair to anyone when this tournament matters for points. We need to close Reg sooner, and if that means we get less people, that's a thing we need to analyze how to solve that problem, whether it be more community initiatives and educating people about the events, and more skins and things like that, because that's the way to do it. But the competitor side and even just the viewer side, some people just didn't know it was happening, and that was unfortunate. Because I think this tournament easily could have hit 1,000 people. Genuinely, I think it could have. But it didn't, and that's okay because there's always next time. So that's number one. Number two, we have to stop running tournaments that matter on weekdays. I get why this tournament happened when it is. I'm not gonna acknowledge the elephant in the room on that. It is what it is, and I'm happy the event happened, and I'm super grateful for them running the tournament, all that cool stuff. But this is so anti-employed people, and it's so not cool. It's actually so not cool. Especially Like, I'm glad they made it so, like, they pushed the time to be later so that more West Coast people could enter, which is awesome. But
Hmm.
I streamed this tournament until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, um, which is like I wasn't even playing and I was just watching it, which is awesome. I cannot imagine how the people playing top eight felt in this tournament. Um, yeah, that was a lot, and
Well, I mean, like I even on my end, I was casting,
yeah,
and I'm West Coast,
yeah,
and we finished at 11:45.
yeah, on a
And
Wednesday.
yeah, and like work's a thing, and people got to go
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
their
yeah. Get up
job
and go
at
to work
like 9 in the
tomorrow. Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
I think
Go ahead.
it's difficult, right? Because the whole weekday thing, again, it is what it is. I'm sure they planned this a while
Yeah,
before they told us about it, and
like I
that
said,
that
it's
was
like
already locked in.
it's just gotta stop. That's literally it. It's just like we can't do it again. We can't
I
be
don't
doing
think
this.
there's a way to do it where you solve this,
Oh, you
right? Like
do?
it's
No,
either
actually, here I have the
no, 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 no,
solution.
no, no. Like I'm saying,
Oh, on a
if it's
weekday?
on a
Oh, there's
weekday,
no way.
yeah, this
No,
is not a
unsolvable.
solvable
No,
problem.
no. There's this really big thing that we have to do, and that's properly make sure we communicate with all the TOs and just have it on a weekend where it's not on something that matters. And if it's a
Yeah.
tiny regional, sorry. Like, and we gotta be really communicative with all the TOs that are involved in the community. And the devs have a great line of communication with this. But this is how we solve that problem. Because it sucks when there's a monthly or like a regional or whatever. But it's like it's a lot easier to reschedule that than it is to reschedule this. And I think we as a community need to prioritize that and actively like create this line of communication with the devs. And I know it's gotten better, which is really good to hear, just from someone on the inside trying to plan my own events. Um, it's tough, but it's one of those things that we gotta get on top of it as soon as possible and get this shit scheduled. And I'm confident they will. I'm confident they will. Like I said, it's like this is just meant to be a comprehensive list of feedback because I know we as a community can do better and have a better event for both players and spectators. Like, and it's very doable.
Yeah, I think a big thing too is like opening up lines of communication more than a week before
Yes.
in terms of like advertising, letting people know that they should reg.
Yes.
Like, obviously, I think they were up, both of them were probably about up for 2 weeks, but I feel like there's no reason you can't just announce the dates with the
Well, so
circuit.
they did get announced with the circuit, but the second one they had an error on the date, and
I thought it was
then
just the month that got announced.
no, they had the date. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Or it was pretty soon after. So like this one, people knew, but it was like I said before, like it wasn't being advertised enough. Like people did not know that it was happening, and it's like we gotta, as community and the devs, and like work together to make sure people know that this is happening. And I want to find a way to do that. I really do. And it really
Well,
is
and
just
like there
continuing to work more with the community directly to hype these things up because it is
there
awesome.
is the in-game advertising thing
I think it was
that
on there,
didn't
but
get
it was
used.
just, but that was it.
Was it?
Apparently, I don't even know.
Oh,
But like,
okay. Again,
there
so
should
like
have been
maybe I missed it, but
exactly. That's what I mean. It wasn't in your face. It should have been a pop up. It should have been a pop up when you open the game. That's like there's a tournament. Wait, like that day when you open the game, it should be like go watch this tournament. Like it's so
yeah.
big, and we should care. We should care. Like
Well, even stuff like if you want to like talk like a comparable thing,
yeah,
if you go for Valorant,
yes,
they have a whole tab dedicated to
mm-hmm,
esports.
yep,
And if you click the tab, you can see if the game is live, where the game is live, what
yep,
the score is, and you can go check it out from
yep.
like in the client and it'll just redirect
It's
you to the
so
web.
cool. It's so cool. I don't know. I don't expect us to have anything to that level, but even just something like a pop up of like, here's the main stream and here's the bracket. Done. We can figure it out from there. That's enough. That's enough to just
Or yeah,
segue people into that direction instead of just this little it's like non-invasive advertisement. And I get that they're trying to be low key and they don't want to be obnoxious. Be obnoxious. Be obnoxious about this. I care so much about this, and so many of us do. It's okay if there's a pop-up when I open the game. If it's just that once that day. Like, it's so okay. And I say that
yeah.
from the bottom of my heart. As someone that used to play Destiny 2, where I would launch the game and there would be 7 pop-ups, miserable. But one pop-up that goes, look, this tournament, go watch it here. Yes.
or go play in it.
Go
Yeah.
play in it. Go enter. Like something like that. We gotta be loud because that's how we make this shit bigger. You gotta be loud.
I
Um,
think not only that, but like I believe the HBox skin got announced day
it
of
was
or day before.
yeah.
It was
That whole
very
skin situation
close.
is rough because it like got leaked and stuff. Like I'm just gonna say it. Like they showed it at a tournament on accident. Like there's just so much.
Yeah.
Like
But what I'm saying
it
is
should have
like
been
when
the
they
week
officially
before.
announced it,
Yeah.
it was like day of or day
Yeah.
before.
It was the day before.
And
Yeah.
what could have been so cool is if in game with this little pop-up you say enter and get a
Look at
skin,
this. Exactly.
and then you can
Exactly.
click preview on the skin and see the
Yes.
fucking skin.
Exactly, yes. That is the way we do it. And it's like you hype it up that way.
And
There's
even
so much
say like
design
when you
language
have
that
to
you can use.
register by, and then
Yep.
that gets people on board like before the day of,
Yeah.
so you don't have to keep it open for
Yep.
so long.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're hitting the nail on the head on that. Um and then I want to address one thing. A lot of people have been saying like I really want West Coast, East Coast and all this. This is like a letter to Dan and everybody on the team. Please make a skin where all of the money goes towards the servers. I will spend happily $10 on a skin that has a little Wi-Fi thing on it. I literally don't care. It can be slop. I'm so serious. Guys, this is I I'm giving you this idea for free. 100% have it go to the servers. We need more central servers. I really hope we can bring back, what is it, the Bluffs server that was like the Nebraska one or whatever it was. We need more central servers. West Coast needs to have their servers reallocated. There's a bunch of people who have issues with the Seattle server.
You just need to have like real servers in the
It's well,
West
like the
Coast.
thing is, this
Like
it's just
it
this.
just
There are other options, and we lost the Atlanta one, and I'm sure there's so much behind the scenes and under the hood. But God, I wish to have. I hope we can get some communication on like if there is at least an initiative on this. And like I said, I would happily put my money towards this. And I'm sure many people would, because the hard part is like, you do something like that and they think it's guaranteed, and that's not how this shit works. But it's like,
no.
I just want to know if there is some sort of initiative, and I'm sure it's the reality is we don't got the money to do it, and that's the way the world works, right? But
Yeah.
man, I hope something changes with it because it is rough for people that don't have fiber. I'm privileged in that, and I'm very aware of
Dude,
it.
I have fiber and it's bad. Like
Yep.
I I have a gig up and down
Yep.
and I can only play on Seattle.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think
I
that's part
get
of too because you're not in the U.S. also, so like you're even beyond like the infrastructure.
I
Yeah.
get I get 2 frames of delay and 2 to 4 frames of rollback on
Yeah.
Seattle,
Yeah.
which is playable for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Next best is Chicago, where I get 2 frames of delay and 5 to 7 frames of rollback, and everything past that is significantly worse.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect
Right?
sense.
Like it's so it's really difficult to enjoy the online experience,
Yeah.
and I think I'm in a difficult spot because being Canadian and being like almost West Coast means
Yeah.
I'm like stuck
You're
between
in this
Seattle and
exactly.
Chicago,
Yep.
whereas like Manitoba's pretty close to Chicago and then BC is pretty close to Seattle, whereas Alberta's
Yeah.
not super close to either.
Mm-hmm.
But playing online from Alberta is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It
No, this is just
truly
like when
stinks. Like
what was it? Like when Valorant came out and they didn't have a central server. The game was dog shit. Like it was just dog shit
yeah.
for a myriad of reasons, but like it was miserable. You had 80 ping here and you had 80 ping there and you were just at the mercy of it. Like you had no say.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people feel that way about this game. And the way I kind of want to put this, and again, like this is my message to like the devs, is like this is a game that is so predominantly played online and at home. This is one of the first platform fighters where I have met so many players who have never been to a Smash tournament and play online all the time. And that is so awesome. And they deserve the infrastructure to experience this game the way it should be. And it will
I
never be perfect, but it can be better for sure.
I think one of the things too is the devs have mentioned that they are exploring a way of like implementing peer-to-peer connection.
Did they? I thought they said they weren't.
They said that when the what is the movement with the games to stop killing games movement or whatever?
Oh, did they make a statement about that?
They did, and when they made a
Oh.
statement about it, they said we are exploring
Oh, okay.
implementing peer-to-peer
I
connection
missed that.
if you
Yeah.
choose to use it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they said it as a
Hmm.
part of like that statement with the game as like a
Okay.
commitment to
That makes
longevity.
sense then.
So I don't know when they're doing it,
Yeah,
but
that's who
even for
knows.
me,
Yeah.
like if I can play peer-to-peer with people in West Coast,
Yeah.
unironically for me that is better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Of course.
it just is,
Yeah,
right?
because
My
we're gonna play with
ping
players who we know have good computers and all that. Like, yeah, yeah, that's
and
totally the
my
play.
ping to the servers are just bad.
Yep.
Like
And that's
I'm
that's the
sorry, but
problem,
like,
right? Is like a lot of people just have bad ping to the servers. Like the fact that
and it's
there's
just location based.
the like I mentioned before, the West Coast server, there's a whole infrastructure issue with internet on the West Coast that is like kind of I encourage people to read about it. It's a known issue in like the US. And so what happens is there are a lot of people that with certain providers just basically can't play on certain servers. Like if you guys go and watch Ion's run on the RCS online, you will see his game like whole like 2 second rollback backwards all the time, like constantly. And there's nothing he can do about it. Genuinely, he has spent a lot of time and research in trying to figure out what to do, and he can't fix it. There's nothing on his end to fix. And it's not that he's got a
Yeah.
bad computer, he doesn't have bad internet. It's just his provider and the servers do not play nice. And then he just can't play properly. Like that shit sucks. Um, but yeah, that's probably the last big thing. So to kind of put a bow on it, closing wrench earlier, advertising louder, online addressed in some way, and just yeah, this shit matters, and it's really awesome, and I love it, and I'm so happy that this is like a thing that people get to do. But we gotta all make it count, and I want to address one thing that I saw one of the devs say, and I'm not going to specify who or anything because that's not the goal here. But there was a statement made that was like, if you aren't a fan of this, don't enter, was kind of the TLDR of it.
Mm.
And that is not fair. And I don't like that language because this shit does matter. And by not entering, you are only punished because you can't earn points if you just don't enter. And especially when it's like, this is a chance to win a free trip to Evo, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on. It's super not the way to take feedback. Do not look at a spreadsheet of how many people entered, and don't look at a spreadsheet of how many people DQ'd. Stop looking at numbers, and please look at what people are saying. People don't know what they want, but look at what they are saying and find the compromise. That is how we take feedback and grow and make these events more fun for the spectators and the competitors. This is really, really important, and that is the last thing I kind of want to touch on.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a line to walk
Yeah.
here for both the devs and for us, I
Yes.
think.
Yep.
In terms of feedback being given in a way that is constructive,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Because I think, us trying to come here and provide some solutions and talk about what went really well about the event and
Yeah.
the things about the event that were fucking awesome, because
Yeah.
there were things that were
Oh,
fucking awesome.
I had a great time genuinely watching. Yeah, it was a great time.
And the things that haven't been going so well and some of the issues with the servers or
Yep.
like West Coast versus East Coast events, all of that stuff, right? There are solutions out there. And so having a conversation from a perspective of like, we love the events and we want the spirit of them to grow and
Yes.
become more accessible is much different than
Dan,
going on
fix your
Twitter
fucking
and being
servers
like,
type shit. Yeah.
yeah, Dan, fix your fucking servers. This event ran too fucking late. Like, you guys are dumb as balls.
Yeah, no,
You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
like,
Like,
yeah.
there's a very different vibe to that. And again, I'm not going to name any names either, but
Yeah.
there are prominent people in the scene who do the latter.
Yes, and we have to
right?
stop. We have to stop. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think, the statement that came out of like, oh, if you don't like it, don't enter, I think came probably more from a place of being exhausted with that
Yes,
type of
I agree.
feedback
I agree.
than it did from actually believing that.
I agree. Yeah, but it's just like,
Um,
yeah,
it's also not a good look,
yeah.
right? It's
It
also not a
rings
good look,
very
and
poorly, is the word I'm gonna
it.
pick.
Here's what I'll say, and
Yeah,
this is getting a little bit into the like counseling side of
yeah,
things.
yeah.
It is very hard to be expected to be the adult in the room all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And there are
Amen.
unfortunately roles and dynamics where you are required to be
Yes,
more so than those around you.
correct.
And that can definitely take an emotional toll,
Yep,
which is why I'm trying to be sympathetic
absolutely. No, I empathize with their
to the
frustrations
situation and what
so
happened
much.
and knowing how we got there. And I think just saying like if you're feeling this response, it means that something is happening.
Exactly. Yep.
And like I said, I think there's two ways to that. Should they have said that? No.
Yeah.
Is that the way to go? No. Do I even think that's what they really believe?
No.
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 But the conversation around it got to a point where it felt like it was egged on,
Yeah.
right? And so I think insofar as offering constructive feedback, we have to remember the human beings that you're
Yes, you
interacting
are
with.
talking to a person when you are tweeting. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fact that, you know, unfortunately, devs are put in a position, not unfortunately, they should be, but they're put in a position where they do have to be the bigger person about stuff
Yes.
that ends up being quite personal.
Yes.
And that is not always an easy thing to do gracefully. And
No.
I'm sure many people can relate to situations where maybe they've not handled that so well.
Yeah.
So I think, again, when we talk about feedback and trying to make things better and stuff, keep it from that perspective because
Yep.
genuinely, if you fucking hate the game and all of this is pissing you off so much,
Stop
then you
playing.
shouldn't
You should
stop
stop
playing.
playing.
Then you shouldn't
Genuinely.
enter,
Yeah.
right? Like it gets to a point where you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I think have that in the back of your mind and try and interact like you're interacting with a real person
I agree.
who has a lot of stake and personal like attachment to this project.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, I think that is a great ending point on that topic. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now we can get back to the fun stuff. You ready? You ready to go into the trenches again? You ready?
Let's fucking do it.
Evo is fucking
Evo!
real, which is so cool. I'm
The
not reading
Plup
every name on
Club.
this. Yeah,
The
Plup
Plup
is showing up.
Club.
Marlin is supposedly showing up as well. Full Stream is going to be there. Zeus is going to be there. Like, Acorn is going to be there.
Mystery Soul's gonna be there.
Splippy is going to be there. Like some people that really don't show up a lot. Like,
I know Splippy.
yeah, no, but I will say the masses do not know Splippy, Sploppy, Sploopy. Like he goes by 3 different names. Very good
Yeah.
forwardsman, like ranked demon has finally started to enter more online brackets, like more consistently. Great player, probably in contention for one of the best forwardsmans in the world right now, like genuinely. But I don't know the last major he entered. I have no idea. Like, and that's not me trying to give shade. It's like I genuinely don't know if he's been to anything yet, which is cool. Like he's showing up.
Yeah, why the hell not?
But yeah, it's insanely stacked. The preliminary seating came out. If you guys are interested, make sure you go fill out the form. They have like a Google Doc thing or whatever it is. Go provide that feedback if you have some concerns. There will always be like little loose ends of people that were missed and blah blah blah. And if you're seated into Cake Assault, sorry, grow up. That's the way it
You're
is.
bad.
You're bad. It is what it is. And yeah, but this tournament is going to be insane, like actually insane. And I will tease something that I have in the planning phase, or sort of. I think we're gonna have some fun ways to watch some more sets at Evo. They are supposedly going to be streaming some of it, not all of it, not to the degree that we usually get, because this is a full-on side event. But I'm working on
Yeah.
something, and I have faith that we will get to be able to see some more sets.
What I've heard, and you know, this is through the grapevine and stuff like that, so this could
Yep.
be totally wrong, is that we're getting some of top 48
Yes,
and that we're getting top 8.
that's what I've been told as well.
That's
through
what I've
the-
been told
Yeah.
insofar as what we're getting. So the viewer experience is not going to be, you know, gut check every single set is on stream for you
Yeah.
to see, but Like you said, Zeke, you got some stuff cooking up.
Yeah.
There are going to be people doing kind of hand cam stuff and
Yep.
other things at the event like that. So hopefully there's ways to watch. I think that's something
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely hop on and watch with you
Yeah. Yeah,
at
we're gonna
some
have a good
point.
time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good
And,
time. We're gonna have a good time.
we're
But
gonna,
Evo's gonna
yeah.
be lit. Evo's gonna be lit. Neither of us will be there, so we will be watching from home. I'll be restreaming it for those of you that are looking for somewhere to hang out and have a good time watching the stream. And yeah, no, this is gonna be really exciting. Um, I mean, just to keep it simple, like who are you betting on? Who are you betting
Throw the
all
graphic
on?
back up. Throw
Yeah,
the graphic
let's
back up.
like who are you betting on for this tournament? Who do you
I'll
think
I'll
is the
give you my
best player in
top
the room?
eight.
Okay, your top
I'll give you
eight.
my top eight. I think Cake for sure,
Yeah,
Plup for sure,
yeah,
Spargo for sure. Those three are locked in for me.
yeah,
I think B-Bats is making top eight.
yeah,
I think Zeus is making top eight.
yeah.
That's five. I got to think hard about this now.
It's down now. We're
Those are
getting
the
into
one-
the weeds of it, right?
those are the ones I feel really good about. I think Marlin is likely going to make top eight. I
Probably.
think with
Yeah,
with the way that ZB is playing, I think he's going to make top eight.
yep. One more. You only get one more.
I'm between. I'll tell you, I'm between Stango, Ion, and Acorn.
Yeah, it's messed up, right? It's messed up. It like all these guys are so good. Like Stango and Ion especially are like finally like back on the up. Ion pretty dominantly winning Majors Mansion over I believe it was Sofilo and Mystery Soul. And beating Mystery Soul with the Olympia pretty dominantly. I think
Mhm.
that is sending a big message out to everybody, as well as he did really good with the Olympia. He beat Animal. When he beat Animal at the RCS Online, it was with Olympia. Like he is showing everyone like I got the real secondary too. It ain't just Stango. Like I'm locked
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And he's been kind of low key for a little bit, but
And I think Ion's like kind of an offline Andy. I don't know if
yeah, he is. No,
you
I mean
feel the
we
same
talked about
way,
his
but
internet situation. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't been able to make
I
any of
think
the majors.
I think I'll go with Ion for the culture, just because I want
Yeah,
to believe.
yeah.
But I think I have some spicy picks in there. I think I have some picks you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think there's so much room for people like Full
Cool.
Stream,
Yeah.
people like Acorn,
Yep.
people like even like
Even Sandstorm.
Sandstorms,
Yep. Yeah. Same brain.
Stango. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength with this,
Exactly.
right? Like
Yep.
lots of people could be making top eight.
Yep. Agreed. No, I think this is gonna be an all timer. This is really gonna be an all timer. And guys, I'm just gonna remind you all: bring your adapters, bring an extra cable,
Help!
get your controllers checked when you're there. All that stuff, lock in. This is really big, and this is gonna be an all timer, and you can't sleep on anybody at this bracket. Even some like random people. Like I saw, what is it? Apology Man is entering Rivals.
That's fucking hilarious.
Long time platform player, was
Apology,
an
man.
amazing player at Smash 4. Like, and as time passed, he was a Smash guy initially or pretty early on, but segued into more FGC side. But I'm sure he's got it nice in this game, even to some degree. And I hope we can see him play. I think that'd be so cool.
I think I've played Apology Man in Smash 4.
Probably he played Lucario.
I swear I played him at some point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he went to a ton of tournaments.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he was an FGC guy before he was playing Smash, though.
Well, he was really into Smash. He was a Brawl guy, I'm pretty sure.
But he's been playing Street Fighter for forever.
Oh,
has
I
he
mean,
not?
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he would go to Smash tournaments, is what I mean. It wasn't like for a while. It was like there were a couple of FGC guys. Justin Wong would show.
It's like Meta RD.
Yeah,
That's my goat.
exactly right. Where you could obviously tell, but Apology Man would go to Smash tournaments, right? Not just the crossover tournaments. He would go to just Smash, and like not many of the other FGC guys really have done that historically.
Yeah. I remember, Mena RD went to a few. That was very
I coached
funny.
him once. I coached his
He was
once.
sick.
He was nasty with it.
I think the question I have for you is, do you think Plup is winning? Because
there are
everyone I've talked to.
Yeah.
Everyone I've talked to talks about Plup like the fucking boogeyman. They talk about him like he's fucking John Wick, man.
He is John Wick. And
he is John Wick.
As someone who's watched a lot of Plup these past few weeks in preparation for this, there are very particular people that he needs to avoid in this bracket. Very, very much so. I'm not going to give you the list of who will beat him. I'm sorry, I can't tell you guys. This one
It's a
stays in the heart.
secret.
It is a
Yeah.
secret because I don't want to spoil the fun. But
Does he get blown up by Pikmon?
there are
Like,
about 3 people that exist
yeah.
that very comfortably can beat him. But there are only you know what, maybe 4. I will say there are 4 people who I think are capable of actually beating him. And everyone else, it's hoping and praying. Genuinely. Because he could play many characters. He's most likely going to be playing the Maple. He's been playing a ton of Olympia. He's still got the Orcane. And that's a fucked up trio of like, who do you go? Who do you go? He starts counterpicking you. You're in a bad place. And that's scary. Even like, he's
Yeah.
even got the Clarin. And it's not like this crazy punish game Clarin. It's the you don't win neutral Clarin. Like you go to ledge and you get down
Yeah.
tilted every time Clarin. Like that's
It's
rough.
yeah, it's the better version of my Clarin.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And it's messed up. And he is a fantastic, probably the greatest platform fighter player of all time. Like with my whole chest, I say that.
One of the goats for sure.
And I'm really excited to see him play because he has been practicing, which makes me so
Yeah,
happy.
it's no secret, man. And
Yep,
like I said, like if you talk to anyone who has played him in the last month,
he's locked in.
they talk about him like he killed a family member. Like it's actually crazy. They're like, he came into my house, he
Yep,
took my fucking dog, like he
yep,
pushed my grandma,
yep.
like he just
But he is
the people have
statistically most
PTSD,
likely going to
man.
win this tournament. But if the bracket does not play to his favor, it could be rough. He is definitely someone that can be upset. I genuinely believe that. But he's got to
Apology
avoid.
man can do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, Apology Man can do it. But there are a couple killers that play the way that he does not conducively want to fight. And if they do it, it's going to be rough. But I think he has a very good chance. I think Cake has been playing. If Cake plays even 80% as well as he did at Gommel, he's winning this tournament for sure. Like, it was a serious level up that occurred live at that tournament. It was beautiful to
Yeah.
witness that. Like, not even seeing him play like that in friendlies. It's something clicked. And it was beautiful seeing the way he played against Marlin and the way he played against Rongunchu in the run back. Like, it was a different creature came out of him, and it was beautiful.
As soon as he lost, it was like
It was just like we're in.
Cake Assault 2 Electric Boogaloo just
Literally,
dropped.
yep. It was insane stuff. Then, someone I'm definitely really gonna be keeping a close eye on is Zeus. He is definitely somebody too where it's like it's very much bracket. It's how he deals with his nerves at his first major. He's only been to one other like real offline event, which was Dan's Wedding Bash. He went to his locals like one time at his college for rivals, but that was really it. So this is going to be a big thing. He is going to have his lovely wife with him though, so I think he has a really good shot of doing well.
Oh, the wife buff is
The
crazy.
wife buff is real. Yeah, shout outs to Banana.
I didn't know Banana was going.
Yeah, I believe she's going as well, so it'll be really
That's
cool.
so sick.
Yeah. Some other random people I really just want to keep a close eye on, and I recommend you guys, if you get a chance to watch them. We got Vibe, we got Acorn, we got Sandstorm, we got Splippy, and shout out to my boy Saint Pat getting 32nd seed.
Saint
So
Pat.
Saint Pat is a one of the top players from SoCal, who's really
I know
been
Saint
leveling
Pat.
up.
Yeah, he's good.
Very, very much. I think that these are some players that are like they're on the radar a little bit, but not so much. Oh, and Stro. Stro is another big one. Like Schroeder being a mainstay for many games now. Like all these players have a very real chance of getting top 16, and I firmly believe that.
I even think someone like Gengar has the right run.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
the
Like
right
that's someone who
bracket, and he'll
could
cook.
slide into top 8. Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, what is it this week? He finally beat Mystery Soul for the first time, like ever, ever. I
That's
think.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so, like,
crazy. It
he's
took that
getting there.
long.
He's
Let's go,
getting
Gengar.
Let's go, Gengar. Yeah. No, I'm really excited for this bracket because it's gonna be one of those things. When we hit top 64, every set is the best set you've ever seen. That's what it's gonna be.
I mean, it's highest pressure.
Yeah.
Biggest storyline. Like.
Yeah.
Huge implications. I think it's an environment that only Evo offers.
Exactly. Yep. Everyone's pulling up and everybody wants to win. It's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait.
I'm very excited. And there's a hella pop bonus for it now. It's like 10,
yeah, you're welcome,
10K
guys.
at this point.
I bought so many skins. I bought so many skins.
I bought a
You're
couple as
welcome.
well. I'll tell you
Holy
that
moly.
much.
But yeah, that was awesome. and it's gonna just get cooler and cooler as the days come. So that is happening real soon. Make sure you guys are locked in with your seating and keep an eye on that bracket. It should be ready soon, and then we're chilling. All right. Do you have any final things on Evo? Or are you ready to talk about this fun little teaser that they dropped for us?
Oh, one thing, because I did actually watch this video.
Yeah.
The Gary in Theory did an interview with Zeus
Oh yes, I
about
encourage you
Evo and his
guys.
expectations. So yeah, give
Yeah.
that a watch if you're curious for more about Zeus and how he's feeling and stuff like that. I felt compelled to mention it because I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was
And
super
I
super
liked
cool.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I have.
definitely give
I gotta
that a
watch
watch
that.
as well.
Definitely check that out, guys. Gary's a fantastic creator and another lovely member of our community. So please, please check them out. We'll have that in the linked in the description below for anyone interested in giving a watch as well. But yeah, let's talk about this little cute little thing going on here. You wanna
So
give that a
this
little read for
is.
me?
You want me to
The tweet.
read
The
the
tweet.
tweet?
Yeah, read the tweet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So the
yeah, yeah.
tweet says, "No, you're not seeing things. Badger Co. is finally on Twitter. We're so excited to connect with the citizens of Jules Vale through this platform. We're making some big updates to the official Badger Co. website. Here's a sneak peek. What do you think?"
So
And then there is an image of the quote
yeah,
unquote Badger Co. website with some hints at what is definitely a new character being revealed at Evo.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna be getting a new character really soon. They don't tend to do a little hype ups like this, and it's like a little computer monitor, and it's got a little funny code on it, and somebody cracked it, and it says, "Primordial rage born of cataclysmic devastation," and there is this funny little symbol that they've been showing in every trailer as well. Um, Now, for those of you who aren't super Rivals One savvy, I'm gonna get a little geeky here for you. So buckle up. Uh, Sylvanos is born of basically from the rage of the forest fighting
Of the
back.
forest,
Is born
yeah.
of that, and so that is very much a reference to that. That is one big teaser. That little symbol that they've been showing for quite a while, I personally believe it to be something related to Lorena or something in that department. We saw Loxodont looked at it in one of the seasonal things and things like that. And they've been really starting to put it in our face more and more and more. That's my personal belief. But they are cooking up something with this. On this image, there's this little mech suit. There's the little Badger Co. guy who I think is in Dungeons or something. I don't really
Yeah.
know. Okay.
Just a Badger Co. employee from Dungeons.
As well as they're talking about metal and mining metal, and that's the whole thing with Lorena, and it's one of the elements that they've kind of inferred. But now we canonically know that Slade is dead. So congrats on that.
Fuck, guys. As soon as I saw this,
No
my
Slade
heart
Summer.
dropped.
Yeah, no
It
Slade
actually
Summer.
dropped.
Yeah. Told ya.
Slade Autumn is dead.
Yep.
It got taken out back. It got shot. Slade is.
Yep.
They killed him.
Yep.
What do you mean Slade the Shark Autumn is dead?
Yeah. I will say,
Anything.
I'm so sad. I hope that URL that they put. So there's a little website that's on the image, by the way.
I tried to go to that.
I would have paid money for that website to be a real thing and have more of like an ARG. I hope they do it later. I hope that becomes a thing that they end up booting it. But I would have personally paid for that. That is such a fun. I'm so down for the ARGs. I think it's one of the most fun thing that like a game teasing stuff can do. It's always really fun. But yeah, I think this little image that they put up with this is a great way to kind of get everyone hyped up. Whether it's just this or if it's teasing the new season. Someone in my community mentioned it could be more mecha skins like the mecha raster. You know, we could get more stuff like that, which I think that would be super cool.
I know somebody. There was a silhouette when they announced like the seasonal skins. There was a silhouette, and somebody just put together that they think it's Mecha Craig. I saw this on the Reddit earlier today.
Oh, okay.
So there could be more mecha skins insofar as like a Mecha Craig or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could be cool.
And again, this is not at any means confirmed. I saw this on the Reddit, so take it with a
yeah. Again, everything we're saying is just introspective, so to speak. Like it's just what we think or have seen other people say.
But even like insofar as the image itself,
yeah.
When you talk about that symbol, it's in Dreams of Aether.
Yes, it is.
When the Badgers are mining, they find the symbol.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. And it's in the mini direct. It shows up in the
Mm-hmm.
like ASCII text on the computer.
Yep. Yep. They've been showing it a
S-
ton now.
So and then with the Lockstone thing, they're confirming that it's made of metal. And
Yep.
like I know Lorena's thing is that she's like a magnet,
Yeah.
but
It's got to be something
I'm so
more, right?
I'm so committed to the idea that she's coming out next year
Well,
that
I
I'm
think
like
it
it
is next
can't
year.
be
I don't think
that.
it's this. I think they're priming it. They're continuing to be like
No,
this thing.
no, no. I think this is now.
You think she's next?
No, no, no. I think this tease is for now.
Oh, the symbol? You think it has to do with this character?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because with the connection to like Badgerco in Dungeon or not in Dungeons, but in Dreams of Aether,
Right.
I'm like it has to be basically what my read on it is Badgerco is trying to find this symbol. So they're advertising that they get metal. Right? They're like, "Oh,
Okay.
come tell us where there's metal. We're going to dig for the metal because they're
Right.
looking for this symbol."
Right.
And so my read on the situation is that much like Sylvanos was like the rage of the forest, this is gonna be like the rage of the earth for like over
Oh.
mining. Do you know what I
Okay. Like the
mean?
caves,
And
tunnels,
so
all that. Yeah. Yeah.
they're
Okay.
gonna like be mining, they're gonna hit this symbol,
Okay.
and then like a metal beast or something
Yeah.
is gonna
So
wake up as a result of it.
I'm gonna give my read on this because in the
That's my
image, in
read.
the center, there is a part that goes, the best employees, the best equipment, and the best results, and they're like hyping up the company, right? And in the best
Yeah.
equipment section, I'll pull this back up on the screen for our video watchers. It shows this little mech suit here, very adjacent
Yeah.
to something like Eliana's suit from Rivals One.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that we've seen multiple characters are interested in this symbol, this thing, and I think it's an energy source.
Oh, I see.
I think it actually has to do with the abyss. And my read on that is that it's like very like archy shaped, A shape, and I think that is very much in our face that this is like this new, like this is what everyone's fighting
Like
for.
a
It's
new element.
a new element, yeah. And it's like
Oh,
the
that would be
metal, the ore.
cool.
That I think that's what it's gonna be. That's my read. That it's like it's gonna power the mech suit of something for
Oh, but you know
somebody.
what would be so cool? Oh, this just
Yes.
give me an idea. What if the like energy is like it's like the rage energy. So then like when they're mining for it, it like possesses like a badger or
Oh, okay,
something
yeah,
who's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
wearing
yeah.
the
And
suit.
it's the abyss
And so then
energy.
there's
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's this like abyss
Oh,
energy suit badger that's just
yeah.
going crazy.
I get it. Yeah, no, I get it.
Like
I
something
see the
like
vision.
that. Like it where it integrates like the rage or something
Imagine he has like
with
a
the
move where he
badger
just like
suit.
flails around and like goes crazy.
Yeah. I think I could get behind like I think I could get behind it being like a Sylvanos thing where it's
Yeah,
like a metal beast kind of thing, and that's
that
what
could
the
be
like
cool too.
primordial rage, or even if it's like earthquake themed or something like that.
I will say this. I really hope it's not another heavy. I'm getting sick of them. I'm gonna say it.
Please don't let it be heavy.
I really hope it's
Whatever
not a
you
heavy.
do.
I'm actually like so
Well, but
done
like,
with it.
can we get a villain that's not heavy? That
I,
would be big.
yeah, yeah. I hope they're like, yeah. I don't know. I'm really tired of the characters that weigh over 100 units. It's not fun fighting them at all. I'll say it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
with this. I'll say I'm pretty committed to the idea that this is a new character.
I believe so too. I think that they're priming some other stuff, but I think this is going to be a new character, and it's also going to be related to this season. I think they're going to do a double whammy with this, where it's going to be about like the Badger Co. And they've been hyping up Badger Co. since the Olympia skin, also, and since
Yeah.
Dungeons and blah blah blah. Like it's
And they're
obviously
like the big bad
important.
of dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a villain. It'll have some relation to Badger Co.
yeah,
Whether it like actually be Badger Co.
yeah.
or like a possession
Oh, that'd be
or
so cool if it's like some
like an
evil abyss
entirely new
guy. Yeah.
creature as a result of
Oh, I
Badger
hope
Co.
so.
I think there's something in there, which
Yeah.
is where my guess would be. I really hope it's new. And I really hope it's not a heavy. I
Yeah.
really hope it's not a
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah. I think the big bungus effect has gotten old, but I'm sure
Well,
either
and because
way.
we know Lorena's coming out in the next three
And also
characters.
Sylvanos is definitely
And
coming out. They're
Sylvanos,
both
there's so
heavies.
many big
There's so
chunguses,
many
man,
big
in this game.
chunguses.
They're
Yeah.
too
Where's my
big.
glove shittos at? What the
We
fuck?
need more
Where's my
glove
little glove
shields.
shittos? Dan, give me some glove shittos, dude. I need some little goobers. We need them. Um, yeah, yeah. I think this will be fun. But I think I'm sufficiently excited, and this kind of goes back to what I said earlier with like the advertising. It's like I love this. This is
This is so
perfect. It's
sick.
got a little
Yeah.
ARG feel to it. They get everyone pumped up. It's just before Evo and Supernova, and anything's
Well,
on
and
the
like the
table.
little hints
Anything's
and
on the table, and they're spending this time too really building up another big patch, and they've expressed that as well, that like post Evo Supernova there's gonna be another big patch, and they're cooking. That's what it is. They're cooking, and I'm happy to see that. Like I am excited because like I'm having fun playing the game now. Genuinely, I'm having a good time. I'm playing
yeah.
every day. I'm excited to play it and watch these tournaments, and I'm excited to know where the game's gonna go. Like that's the cool part. It's like it feels like a really good progression that we're going through right now with the game, and I'm sufficiently excited. More of this. More of this, Dan. Keep giving it me
Well,
this
this
shit.
fucking rules. The fact
Yeah.
that we can have a 15-minute conversation about what we think this
Yeah,
means, and
exactly.
even in this conversation, I
Oh,
gave you 3 different guesses as what I think
exactly.
the character could be.
Yeah.
Like that fucking rules.
It's
And
so
so then when
cool.
they reveal it, if it's any of those,
Or
or even
none.
adjacent to that, or none,
It's
right? Like I
awesome.
get to pop off, right?
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. I feel like
I
it's
feel
very
like I'm a
much not
part of
like
the reveal.
I'm happy we're doing something that is it's kind of implied. I think like we're kind of on the same page. It's probably going to be something new. They're teasing Sylvanos further, but I don't think it's going to be Sylvanos. Um,
I think there's no way.
no, there's no way. There's no way.
I think there's no
I'm
way.
really,
I would be sufficiently upset if
we
it
kind of
was
talked about this. That it's like
Sylvanas.
obviously Sylvanas is like the character I really want in the game. It's one of my favorites. But I'm really looking forward to the new rivals. I want to see some Dan brewed up
Yes.
evil shit. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I
And
want
I'm
I
excited.
want something cringe and I want Slade the Shark.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a good one.
That's my two. And I
Yeah.
want that guy riding the cricket.
Yeah, the guy ready to cricket. Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
my
That's my
fucking
glove
goat.
shitto. That's my glove
That's
shitto.
my glove shitto.
Don't
If they
even
ever
remember his
add
name.
the guy riding the cricket, it started with an M. It was like
Fuck
it
me,
was
I have no
something.
idea.
It was a little bird with a spear riding a
Was it a
cricket.
bird? I don't even remember if he was a bird.
He looked like far-fetched.
I have no memory of what he looked like. I just remember the
He's a
cricket.
little. He looked like far-fetched. He had like a little spear, and he's riding a fucking cricket.
Oh,
That's who I want in the
that's the
game.
dream. That's the dream.
That's
Okay.
that's the fucking dream.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Like I said, as long as I get Sylvanas one day, I'm happy. It doesn't need to be next. It could be the end of next year. As long as I get them, I'll be happy because I'm still having fun and I got characters I like. I'm chilling. They gave the Obza players Obza. Now they can move the fuck on. Now we get new shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I also I've seen some people like guessing at like a double reveal.
Oh yeah.
Do I
Yeah.
think that's gonna
Anything?
happen?
No.
Not really.
No. That'd be cool.
um,
But no.
I think the character is gonna come out in October.
I can't wait for this character to get revealed, and then it's like, oh boy, and then in the distance you just hear Sylvanos howl, and they're just like, huh, 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 and
Ooh.
everyone's just like, yeah, there we go, we're back.
Oh man,
But
yeah.
yeah, this will be cool. I'm excited.
Currently scheduled. They'll come out in October, so we'll have 2 months to stir on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
All right, you
but yeah, it'll be a good time.
let's talk about 2XKO, which I didn't do my homework on. I'll admit it right now.
Oh
Didn't do it. I
no.
saw Vi. She looks cool, except for one thing I don't like about her, which I want to touch on in a second. But 2XKO, they showed Vi. They announced the new beta that if you had access to prior, you'll auto get invited into, and it's gonna automatically go into the game being like soft launched and being live, which is cool.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this a little bit because people didn't seem to get it.
Yeah.
From the announcement, I guess it wasn't super clear. And if you haven't followed Riot Games in the past, you may not know what their like memo is.
Yeah.
What they typically do.
Mhm.
So what happened with Valorant was they had a number of closed betas for Valorant, and then they did they had a number of closed alphas.
Yep.
And then when they did the closed beta, that ran for a couple of weeks with people who got into the alphas. And then what they did was they made it a Twitch drop.
Right.
So if you watched somebody
Yep.
for like 2 hours, you got a code into the closed beta.
Yep.
And then they made it an open beta a couple
Right.
of weeks after that. And then they launched the full game in like 1.0.
Yeah.
All of this was continuous. Like the servers were up the whole time. You could play it the whole time. You could get the code whenever. It was pretty accessible if you wanted to interact with it.
Yeah, it was really
And your
easy to get into it.
currency and everything like that carried over.
Mhm.
So I imagine they'll be doing the same thing.
Agreed.
They'll have pretty much like a season 0,
Exactly. Yes.
with like a season 0 battle pass.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone will be able to get in at some point as long as you watch the Twitch streams.
Yep.
It'll transition into an open beta, at what point anyone can get in at any
Mm-hmm.
time, and then that'll transition into full release. So
Exactly. Yep.
as much as this is like another beta, quote unquote, it is the like
It's the seamless
soft
transition
launch
now.
of the
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
It
the
is like their
soft
final
launch of the
like
game.
big feedback loop like that they're gonna do, and then let the game go live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna give the game another shot. I've been pretty public in that I didn't particularly like the last beta much at all, but the little bits that I've heard that have changed, like they're nerfing backdash and having you start with 1 bar meter and stuff like that, I'm pumped. I think that's cool. I fuck with that.
Yeah. So I mean they did a couple things to try and they tried to nerf timeouts, which
Yeah.
I mean part of the reason timeouts were very strong were just because combos took forever.
Yes.
But they also hit on that in the last beta, which I didn't get to
Mm-hmm.
play, so I can't talk too much to that.
Yeah.
And even the new Fury mechanic
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was introduced between the first beta and the second one, I haven't
Yes.
had a chance to mess around with yet. So there is stuff in there in terms of like a comeback mechanic,
Yep.
making the game a little bit more aggressive, nerfing backdash. The other thing they did was they made it so push block doesn't push your assists away.
Yeah, that's
Your
huge.
your bars reset between rounds,
Yeah,
which like incentivizes you to spend bar quickly,
which is
which to be
crazy.
fair, in this game you already were.
Yeah, you're
Like
gonna do it. Yeah.
because of how necessary push block is to exist in this
I
game.
actually love that they're doing that. So it's not like I save it to win next round because I push block you into hell. Like that was like
Yeah.
bluntly, that's literally I would throw a lot of round ones to do that and get a free win and like double push block somebody, farm meter, and then kill them. And it
Yeah.
was just like it got old. It got so old so fast.
They made it so throws hard knockdown. So you get like true mix off of grabs, which is a
Yep.
huge change.
Yep.
So like a couple little, they sound like little things, but they changed the flow of the game.
Yep.
They added a lot of aggressiveness back after beta 2,
Oh, okay.
where they gave you some extra defensive options.
Cool.
Because if you remember in beta 2, they added stuff like rolling off the ground and like tech rolling and different like defensive things because people were just getting mixed by
Just
Echo to
getting
death.
perma mixed. Yeah, yeah.
And so I think they're trying to find a middle ground between the last beta and this one,
Yeah.
insofar as you can still get out of the like fucked up mix, but now you have some like defensive options in neutral that feel like they
Yes.
actually do something.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I think it's cool. I think it's a good direction they're going. And again, I'm excited to genuinely try it again. I'm gonna give it another shot, and I think it'll be really fun. I do want to talk about Vi, because there is.
I
one
think she
thing-
looks
No,
fucking
no, and that's what I
goated.
want to stress. I want to say one thing. I think she's cool. I'm super down. It's less just about Vi and something I have a feeling I have with this game that I don't particularly love. I think something that makes me get fatigue with tag games. I feel like I see the same 10 moves across games, and I feel like we've gone past the point of how do I word this, homage, and it's because this works in this format, and it's stale is kind of the way I feel. So when I watched her kit, I was like, oh, that's cool, that's that move. Oh, that's cool, that's move. Okay. Oh, this feels like a character with Vi's skin and not that it's
Yeah.
Vi, which I don't particularly love.
So
Yeah.
I mean, lucky for you, no one played DNF Duel, so no one no one actually
Yeah.
knows what Monk plays like but me.
Uh-huh. I know. I watched that game, but yes, go ahead.
Um, but I think you're right insofar as like I think fighting game developers, especially tag fighter developers, feel the need to deliver on certain archetypes.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And so when you're playing a tag fighter, it's not just is Vi in the game, that's how you get the casuals on board.
Yeah.
But how do you get the hardcore gamers on board?
Exactly.
Is there a boxer
Yeah.
in the game?
Yep.
And
the
there
boxers
are
do this, and this. Like
yes, and there are certain expectations of what the boxers do.
Yeah.
And you know, Vi has certain variations in that in terms of her having like a command dash.
Yep.
that allows her to faint, that is
Yep.
stronger than something you might see in Street Fighter. That
Mm-hmm.
also has like Rekka commands out the back of it and different
So
things like
crazy
that. So
looking. It looks awesome.
there are cool things you can do, but I understand where you're coming from of like, she is the boxer. The
Yeah.
boxers do these things.
Yeah.
She does those things.
Yeah.
And
I just it's the visual part of it. I think is really what it
sure,
is. Because I think you're right that it's like the boxer should do X, Y, Z. Like that's the point, right? Is
yeah,
like the archetype. But like you put that little magnifying glass up and you're like, that's literally insert 3 different boxers, and it's like literally, and that's why it's like I don't love that. Like that was something like I loved
yeah,
Dragon Ball, but early Dragon Ball, while the game was really fun, had a ton of like that's just this move from Guilty Gear, that's just this move from Marvel, and it was just like okay. And then once we got past that part of the game, I was like, this is awesome. And that's how I feel about this game right now, where I'm like, once we get past that point where it's just like, this is the character that full screened you, and this is the character that has the dash feint, and this is the character that you only use their assist. And I'm like, we got
yeah,
it. Where's the cool shit? Where's Kha'Zix? What the fuck is Kha'Zix gonna do? Like, that's what I
yeah.
mean. That's what I want so badly out of this. Is this IP is so unique we're not using it the right way. We're
We
not
have a
there
lot of
yet.
humans in the game right now.
We need it so badly. We need it so badly. I need the freaks.
So like, and again, I think what they're trying to do is
Get
getting
the
the
hardcores.
basic archetypes in the game
Yeah.
so that people can get. And I think what they're doing as well is like for everyone, I think they're trying to give it like one or two things that makes it unique,
Yeah.
right? Like Yasuo having a stance
Yeah, it's
is
cool.
atypical of a
Yeah.
like sword character,
Yeah.
so that's his unique thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Jinx is the zoner, but she has a very unique trap tool
Yes.
in the like floating shit
Mm-hmm.
that she can do and like hitting it around and
Yep.
stuff
Yep.
like
Yep.
that, and also the lightning meter. So that's her unique thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vise is how quickly she can change these like command dashes together,
Yeah, that's gonna
as
be
well
the
as
sauce for
it
sure.
looks like she might have a command grab
If
out
she has
of
a
one
command
of
grab, that's
them, which
insane.
is
That's gonna be insane. I'm gonna blow my
nonsense.
brains out if I get hit by
Um,
that.
so I think that's what her unique thing is supposed to be. I think with Echo, like the rewind is his
Oh,
unique thing.
that's yeah, that's
There's no
insane.
other
Yeah.
character that has
I
that.
can't even think
Braum
of
has
another
like the ice
character like
shield.
Echo in any game.
And I mean, there are characters like Echo.
No, no, but
They
I
just
mean that
don't work
mechanic
like
specifically.
Echo. Yeah. So I think what they're doing is they're trying to put in familiar archetypes
Yeah, a
with like a
little
move
bit of
or
spice. A little bit
mechanic
of
that
spice.
makes them a little spicy or
Yeah,
worth playing and
yeah.
like harkens to their league moveset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I think,
I think you're right.
yeah, it can be tough to see a league fighting game and just see a bunch of human beings doing
I
human
want the
being
freaks.
stuff.
Where's my Malzahar with my little demon minions? Like, where's my shit at? Like, come on.
Um,
He'll just be Jacko, but it's cool. He can do it.
yeah, I just think they are prioritizing like, okay, who's a popular league
It makes
character?
sense too because it'll teach people that don't play fighting games the archetypes. Like that's the point. Also, like it makes
Yeah.
sense. That's why they're not going into the craziness because then you're just gonna get knowledge checked to hell by some free character and then drop the game. Like that's the
I think that's
problem. Yeah,
also part of
that's
it.
the fear. Yeah.
And I think even if you look at like MVCI Infinite,
Oh
right?
my god. Yeah.
Which it notably had this problem of like,
Yep.
oh, Ultron's Magneto,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yep.
and oh,
Exactly.
Magneto's not in the game, but oh,
But it's
Ultron is
just Ultron.
Magneto.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like it's not Magneto.
Yeah.
And so I think keeping some of the like identity of the character
Mm-hmm.
insofar as what they can do, what
Yeah.
you expect of them,
Yeah.
while also they are treading a line, right? Because there are one certain characters in League that are way more popular than others,
Oh yeah.
and two, there are archetypes that you just have to have in a fighting game. And keep in mind, this game has 8 fucking characters right now, which is not enough.
No.
And so they are treading this line between, okay, we want to add characters that are popular. We are wanting to add characters that fit a specific archetype that we need to hit.
Yep.
And then also, like, how do we inject some of our own style into a character that's different?
Yep.
And like something funky or something that we want to do. And right now, they don't have enough roster space
Yep.
for a number of reasons, some of which are their fault.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Hopefully.
Um, to do that.
Yeah.
And so the boxer is going to be the boxer, the zoner is going to be the zoner, the sword character is going to be the sword character, the mix-up character is going to be the mix-up character, and the mid-range magic
Yep.
character is going to be the mid-range magic character with an air dash, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and as a
I
fighting game
forgot
player,
Ari
there,
was in the game. I literally
yeah,
forgot.
there's something nice about it as a fighting game player. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like Ari, Yasuo
They make sense.
feel
No,
like
no,
they
they
are
make
supposed
sense.
to feel.
They have the
Even
DNA of a
Darius,
tag fighter.
right?
Like that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's room for exploring what makes these characters very cool, very
Yeah.
unique, and exploring some of the, like you said, the freaks in
Yeah.
League. Because
We
there's,
definitely need the
like, yeah,
freaks.
imagine if like Shaco was in the game, or like a
Oh.
Mumu, or
Oh
like someone
yes.
else crazy. Like,
Some
you know what I mean?
goober. You know,
Even
I've
like
joked, what is it, Aurelian, whatever. Like that's gonna be the craziest shit ever. Like the most OP zoner of any tag fighter. But it's
yeah,
like that's what we need. That's what we need. We need one of them, just one time. And when it happens, if it kills the game, it is what it is. But
it
historically,
is what it is.
we need to experience that of what that's like.
I actually think that Echo would have been a really great character to introduce last.
I it was tough because he's like a fan favorite, so they shoved
And
it through.
and,
Yeah.
and I think it's tough too because he has such a cool mechanic that it
Yes.
like gets people on board in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think they need another Echo.
They need something else with that little extra bit of little chef's kiss. And I feel like that
And
it
I mean,
hasn't
the game
happened
is
yet.
launching with 10, is what they confirmed. So there's 2 we don't know
There's 2
about.
weeks. Okay, so that's just getting shown at Evo, obviously.
Well, so launch isn't the beta
Yeah, but like,
release.
there's no way they don't just do a character reveal at Evo. Like, what are we saying? Like grow up. Like-
Grow up!
But yeah, speaking of, to kind of segue into our next little half of this conversation is Marvel Tokon is going to be playable at Evo for people who are going.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I
Fuck
bet you're
you
pissed.
guys.
Yeah, I bet
Fuck
you're
you
pissed.
guys. I can't go to the US and you're putting Marvel Tokon playable. You know
Yeah.
how big that fucking line is gonna be? It's gonna be a
Oh.
fucking nightmare.
Oh, they're gonna have to cap it. They have to. It's gonna be like
So,
it's gonna be like when Nintendo would have the new Smash game, like at the Nintendo store.
yeah,
You can't let that shit go forever.
it's
It'll
gonna be
never end.
psychotic. Um, okay. There
Okay.
hasn't been much revealed about this.
Yeah.
There were some new screenshots that came out as a part of a press package.
Right, yes.
So that's what I wanted to talk about very, very briefly.
Got it.
The demo at Evo has the revealed characters minus Ghost Rider and Spider-Man.
Oh.
So it has
okay.
Miss Marvel, Doctor Doom, Storm, Captain America, Iron Man. Who's the last one?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
We don't have this
Miss
picture
Marvel,
queued
Storm,
up, by
Captain
the way.
America.
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord is the
Star-Lord.
last one.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Star-Lord's
Thank you, our
playable as
lovely
well.
chat. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Star-Lord's the last one.
Yeah.
So no Spider-Man, no Ghost Rider, but it'll have those 6.
Got it.
A screenshot of the character select screen
Mm-hmm.
came out.
Yes.
There are no slots on it. So there's no definitive number,
Oh,
right?
like
It's just the 6
Skullgirls.
characters and they just exist and it's like
the Skullgirls UI. Yeah, that's cool.
well, no, like it has slots, but it doesn't have blank slots for like incoming
no,
characters.
wait, that's like Skullgirls where it
the
slides
space
in.
around them is just white.
No, but you know how like Skullgirls, it doesn't show you like it should be 3, right? They slide in, so it's not being like you have to play with 3 or you have to play with 4.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's not what I mean.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like the portraits, like the little squares.
Oh, okay.
Oftentimes, like for example, like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, when they reveal the character select screens, have like 22.
Yeah.
And then it was like the revealed characters, and then it was like 18 blanked out ones.
Right.
So you could
yeah.
reasonably assume that there were going to be 18 reveals because that's how many blanked out squares there were. This one has no blanked out squares. It just has the 6 characters and a bunch of white space.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so somebody took the character portraits
and filled
and pasted them to fill it. And they found that the game,
oh yeah,
the current UI can fit 35 characters.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna scale. They're gonna get squished. But that's cool that it can fit 35. That's cool. Odd number.
It can fit 35.
Odd number, not okay.
Is the game gonna launch with 35 characters?
No.
No way. No
There's
fucking
no
way.
fucking way. Yeah.
On the high end, on the high end, I think it launches with 28.
I was gonna say 24. Yeah, now that we're on the
That's what,
same
well,
page.
so Dragon Ball launched with 24.
That's why I said that. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a 4v4, I could see them adding another 4
Oh, okay, that's fair.
on
Yeah.
top of that to be like, oh, we did the extra,
Haha.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then like when you're there, then you also have space for like 3, 4 seasons of DLC, which is
Got it.
what I imagine that they'll do.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um, so yeah, it looks good on that end. I think that 24 to 28 range is the characters that we could expect, and
Mm-hmm.
then getting to like 35, 40 by the end of the game's lifespan,
Yep.
I think is probably where we'll end up.
Cool.
Which I'm pretty happy with,
Yeah.
honestly. I think that's like a solid roster. I think there's going to be characters that you want that unfortunately aren't
Mm-hmm.
going to make it, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the game is shaping up really sick.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool. I'm excited to see some. My favorite part is whenever they have a game like that, like playable, and it's like a limited thing. All the hand cam videos, the pop off,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when Hunter x Hunter was
Like,
playable
what
the
the
first
hell is
time.
this?
Like when Hunter x Hunter was playable the first time, and like that game is whatever. But it was the videos were so funny and genuine reactions. Like that's what the hype
Yeah,
is, and I can't wait for that. Of like the OGs going up and playing and getting dogged on by each other. Like this gonna be so dope. I'm
yeah.
pumped, and I think that that game's gonna be really fun, especially to watch, like I've said before. So
Well,
it's gonna be
so,
really
and
cool.
then the
Go ahead.
other notable thing that came out as a result of those screenshots
Mm-hmm.
is one health bar at the top of the
Oh,
screen.
yeah, look at
And so
you. Look at you. Might be
I'm
a
paying
genius.
attention. I'm a fan paying
Might be the
attention.
smartest person in the room. That's crazy.
Who thought? And so I remember we had this conversation a couple episodes ago where
Yes.
they made it sound like
Mm-hmm.
there would only be one health bar
Yep.
because they were like, oh, you can play a bunch of characters or you can just stick with the one that you like and use the
Mm-hmm.
assists. Like, you don't have to learn all of them.
Yep. Yep.
And to me, that implied that there would be a shared health bar.
Right.
And the UI kind of supports that. As you know, in
Right.
something like Marvel or Dragon Ball, the health bars are like stacked on each other so you can
Yes.
see them in the background.
Yes.
There's none of that in the UI that they
Mm.
showed. It's just the one health
Interesting.
bar. The one thing to
Cool.
note is there's 3 little squares underneath the health bar.
Oh.
And so that's typically where like your breaker meter or something would like that would go.
Right.
But what it also could be is maybe you just have 4 health bars and they're represented by those little squares. And then when a health bar is like fully depleted,
Oh,
a
like
little
the little
square goes away.
mini health bar, like
Like
in.
just like an
I'm gonna tell you a
indicator.
game that it does that. That's not exactly in this genre, but it is adjacent. It is the Budokai Tenkaichi series does that, where there's the mini health bars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I
So it
fuck
could
with
be
that.
that. It could be a brake meter.
Yeah,
It could be any number of
X
things,
Factor,
right?
X Factor. Yeah,
Could
bring it
could be
back.
X
Do it,
Factor.
X Factor. Yes.
Um, but what we know for sure is
Yes.
that there seems to just be one health bar,
Yep.
which is a pretty drastic departure from your typical
Yep.
tag fighter, and really begs the question of how many neutral interactions do you get per game?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it could be 2.
Yeah, it could
You
be
have
just
more-
two. Yeah, that's a scary thing to say out loud, hey.
Yeah, all good.
Surely it'll be fine. Surely.
But I think insofar as 2XKO,
Mm-hmm.
Tokon, all that stuff, there will be more reveals at Evo. I'm positive that Tokon's going to have a character reveal. I imagine that 2XKO will probably have some sort of reveal as well.
Yep.
Rivals definitely going to have a reveal, so we'll have an episode locked and loaded as soon
Oh,
as
I'm pumped.
Evo's done
I'm
with
pumped.
900 reveals
Yep.
to talk about.
Oh, it's gonna be exhausting, but I'm so excited. I really am.
But I think that is what we know for now, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Well, today was full of fun, introspective, as well as getting some hyped up for future events, past events, all that cool stuff. But I think it's time to get to our media of the week. I know the first two you picked, and the third one is definitely shared between us. So I'll let you kind of
Yeah.
take the lead as usual with this.
I wasn't sure if you had anything you wanted to add, so I
No,
put a
the
couple
third one
things
is
just in
exactly
case.
what I was gonna put. Yeah, you nailed
Okay,
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
So I watched 2 movies this week.
Yeah.
The first one is called Coherence,
Okay.
and it's a little indie film that I'm pretty sure none of you have seen,
Nope. Never heard of it.
and like probably haven't even heard of. It released in 2011, and I got recommended it on a whim.
Uh-huh.
And it is one of the most like anxiety inducing but also like engaging movies I've seen in
Okay.
a very long time.
Damn.
And I'll give you the premise as best I can without spoiling it because I really recommend you get into this movie knowing as little about it as possible.
Okay. What genre
Um
is this movie?
like horror
Like
thriller
what kind of
kind of.
horror are we talking? Like psychological? Is it a monster? Like what are we talking about?
No, it's kind of like cosmic.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Um
Cool.
Basically the plot is this group of 8 friends is at a dinner party
Mm-hmm.
while a special cosmic comet is going overhead. And
Oh.
then things start happening at the dinner
Okay.
party
Right.
that makes them all question their reality, basically.
Oh. Cool.
And what is very cool about the movie itself is it is somewhat unscripted. So the actors were given prompts
Oh,
and
fuck.
background information about their
Okay.
characters and what their beliefs were and what they
Okay.
wanted to
Yeah, yeah,
do and
yeah.
stuff
That's
like that,
cool.
but weren't actually given like a script.
That's
And so a
cool.
lot of the interactions feel very like natural because they're very like off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say about it.
That's
But
so
if you're
dope.
into kind of like trippy, psychological, kind of like cosmic horror stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very, very good.
Yeah.
I
That sounds
highly
dope.
recommend it.
That sounds dope.
And it's not like too scary. It's not like it's not gonna
Yeah.
ruin your life
It's not
scary.
gonna
It's
ruin
more
your
like
life.
it's more like tense.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The other movie I watched is called Drive. It's the one with Ryan Gosling.
Yes. I know that one.
I was it's kind of like a cult classic
Yeah.
that was on my list just because it was a cult classic and
Mm-hmm.
people had recommended it and stuff like that.
Right.
And I ended up watching it yesterday in the evening and it was pretty good. It was it was also released in 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it feels like a movie you don't really see anymore.
Right. Yeah, no, I
It
agree
was
with that.
like
It's very it feels like film. It's what it
it's
is.
a very like hyper
It's
stylized.
artsy as fuck. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
very artsy.
Yeah.
It's yeah, very stylized and it's very I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. It feels like almost like a western
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It follows the
in
same
terms of
rules.
like
Yeah.
in terms of its rules and like narrative
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that where there's nothing in it that is particularly like mind-blowing, like the
Yeah.
story is not crazy, the acting is like as good as it could be in a
Mm-hmm.
movie like this,
Yeah.
but it's more so like the vibe and what the movie looks like
Yeah.
and just like the feeling you get while watching it. Again, it's one of those ones where I just recommend if you're into like and appreciate that kind of like artsy kind of movie because that's why it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Um, and it does definitely it makes you feel a certain way.
That's cool. That's dope. All right. Can I do the last one? I'm so
Of
pumped.
course, you can do the last one. It's
I
goaded.
cannot wait. There is a fucking trailer for Sledding game that came out finally. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a game that's been heavily documented on its development through TikTok and Instagram Reels and all that stuff. The developer has been just almost every day, if not every day at this point, for God knows how long. I think it's over a year. Been like, so I learned how to do this to put this in the game. And it's literally a game where you play as a little frog guy or some other animals and you sled and you collect stuff. It's like web fishing, but for sledding. And it's really fun. And it's like a casual, social, like type game. Um, and it's just this beautiful little thing that I can't wait to just sit and turn my brain off and just play this little goofy little game. That's really what it is. It's to just like get immersed in this like it's very escapism coded. Like you just take a break, you get on the hills, and you sled and you have a good fun, like have fun with your friends. And I love that. I love that genre so goddamn much. If I could sit and play more web fishing right now, I would. But there's nothing to do, and so we're waiting on that. So this game, this is the one, and I really hope it comes out soon because The world needs it. The world needs sledding game, and I'm all for it. I'll be there, frame one, streaming it. It'll be a good time.
It looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It does really look like, and again, I know you and me have been following it since the
Oh
first
God,
couple
yeah, the first few
things he
videos.
released about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even now, they're not like insanely popular, but it is like a one-man dev team
Yeah.
teaching himself how to code
Well, what's
make sledding
yeah,
games.
what's really cool is like it's gotten so much popularity and stuff that he's making revenue off the videos of showing it and has been able to
Hmm.
afford to commission other people to help make the game even better. Like he added hats into the game and paid a guy to do that. Like he could do
Yeah.
that actually, which he never would have been able to do, and he owned it. He was like, I tried to make a hat, sucked, so I'm
Yeah.
using this
Well,
awesome
and
opportunity.
said it took him forever,
Yeah. So
right?
he's like, it just wasn't going to be feasible to make it possible, like, to put it in the game. So now he has this privilege to do that, which most indie devs like this do not. And it's like so cool that like everyone just being excited for this game makes the game better. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Like, that's so cool.
It's very wholesome. It feels very
Yeah.
like community based.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, so keep an eye on that, guys. Put it on your wish list. That's what helps him get more and more attention. And check out his TikToks because he's my favorite part about the videos is that he's just this very flat, monotone speaking individual, and you can tell when he's a little excited, but like he just always talks like
Yeah.
this, and it's just like yeah. So I was trying to put the hills in, and he's like, yeah, and then it just like didn't work. And then you just see a clip of it breaking, and you're like, that's awesome. Like I love that he shows when he fails too. I think it's a really big
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
game dev and like anything creative that we don't see enough of. Everyone just expects AAA, the most perfect game, but ain't hell. Those games ain't even perfect anymore. You guys seen
Yeah.
Starfield? Yikes! But yeah, so
I think too, right? Like even in the new trailer, he's like, yeah, I added like a skate park.
yeah,
And then it just cuts to the skate park. He's like, it has a half pipe. The half pipe, it's not even my favorite thing. I
yeah,
like doing the grind rails.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
something so endearing about
It's genuine.
that.
It's so
Like, yeah,
genuine
it
that it's like
is.
it's what's I'm so happy that more people are doing stuff like this, like documenting it and being inspired by him to do that because it just shows it's like behind the scenes of a movie. It's the same
Yeah.
idea where you're seeing the whole creative process and his thoughts are just so simple of like, what if we had hot cocoa? What if we could roast marshmallows? Like it's
Yeah, what if we had a
awesome.
dartboard?
Yeah, and or
Yeah.
it's like when his buddies give him an idea and he like has the clip of it. Like I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's what game design and like being a creative is all about. It's just like, what if we could do this? And you find a way to make it work. And I
Hmm.
love that. I love it so goddamn much. So this is gonna be one of the games of all time. So please keep an eye
It
on it.
looks goaded. It
But
looks goaded.
I think that is where we're gonna end it for today, guys. So thank you for being here for episode 9 of Caster Curse. And I hope you all had a lovely, lovely time. Bye bye.